Hi guys, I wanted to come on and show you guys what I use for my baby bottles. I had a couple of requests. I know a lot of you out there have seen these videos before and you have your own technique, and that's great. I just wanted to share mine. So yesterday I modified 5 bottles that I needed to get done, and I made time for that and I let them dry overnight. The silicone glue that I'm using is Locklite Clear Silicone Glue. For all you newbies out there, make sure that it does say transparent or clear. Otherwise, you can buy a silicone glue and it will be white, and you definitely don't want that. You can find them at any hardware store, Walmart, Target, etc. And there are different brands. You don't have to use this brand per se. This is just the one I have on hand. So what I do is I squeeze a little amount right into the nipple, and then I push, and then the glue comes out of the little hole, and then I clean it off, and then I clean inside so it's not all gunky in there. And then that's your choice too. If you want to fill the whole nipple up with glue, that's totally up to you. I don't like that look, so I clean it out and I leave a little bit on the top. So that way when I make videos, it just looks a little bit more realistic. I mean, I know I try to get as real as possible. After I'm done gluing it, I will place it on top of the empty bottle like this and set it on my counter and let it dry overnight, and I move on to the next one. Now, it depends on what bottle you have. Some have these little holes right here, and you just have to place glue inside because just in case it leaks. This one here, I have to do that on because I forgot. Other nipples don't have those like little air vents or whatever those things are called, then you're just fine. Just to put the glue right here. And so, like I said, I've done all of these bottles and I let them dry overnight. And then to test them to see if they're really glued correctly, I get the nipple, I place it under some water, and I press on it, and I make sure that no water leaks out. And then that lets me know it's ready to go and ready to be filled. Now, I have tried a lot of different things for formula. I've been around for a long time in the community and I've tried it all. I've tried glue, I've tried lotion, I've tried Miracle Milk, I've tried coffee creamer, you name it, I've tried it. Miracle Milk, I do like. I don't have any currently, I have to buy some more, but it is a really good, identical looking, realistic as to milk. The coffee creamer I liked as well, but the coffee creamer you have to be careful with because it can get moldy and gross. I know some people leave them in the refrigerator. So that's up to you. You know, whatever choice you decide, if it works for you, then it works for you. This method here, using the fabric softener, is just the easiest for me. And I learned from Little X Loves. When she showed this, I went out and got it the next day, and I've always been happy with it. And it is Downy Sun Blossom. Make sure it has the yellow cap, and it has already the tinge that you're looking for. And I filled this one up here. I would say it would be comparable to breast milk more than formula milk, because formula milk is more on the white tone, unless you get some that have that tinge to it, like Parents' Choice I know has that tinge. So here's the bottle. I fill it up. I usually do 2 ounces of fabric softener and 1 ounce of water. That's it. If you want to add vanilla to it, you can, but it just makes it darker. And I think this color right here is as good as you need. But again, that's your choice. I did try it one time and I wasn't really a big fan of it, so I just stopped using it. And the fabric softener does have a smell. That is one of the reasons some people don't use fabric softener, because they're sensitive to the scent, or it bothers them. They don't sell this particular brand in this Sun Blossom without a scent. So if that's going to bother you, then of course don't use it. I never mix fabric softeners. Like I won't use half part of Downy and half part of another fabric softener because they're not made the same. So I don't ever mix fabric softeners. I always just stick with the one. And like I said, it's just easy. It's quick for me. I do add the water because if you do strictly fabric softener, it's pretty thick. So this kind of gives it more of the consistency of milk. And it also, I found, makes it last longer because with fabric softener, it can clump after, oh, let me see. I want to say after at least 6 months, a year, when I checked on my bottles, they got real thick and clumpy, but I didn't have the water in it. It was just solely fabric softener. So now I add water to it and they last a long time. Now, just because you're using fabric softener doesn't mean you don't have to maintain your bottles. You need to keep checking on them, you know, dump them out and clean them so the nipples don't get stained. The bottles stay clean. You know, you just don't fill them up and never check on them, and years go by and they're gross. And as far as bottles in my collection, I think I have about 10 or 12 bottles. I really trimmed the fat and got rid of a lot of bottles that I just didn't use, or maybe they were too big, or I just didn't really like them. And when you get into the hobby, like when I first entered the hobby, I got so excited. I just was just going bottle crazy. But now there are certain bottles that are my favorite, and those are the ones that I stick with and the ones that I will forever keep. So yeah, I just wanted to come on and share this with you guys. There are a lot of YouTube mommies out there that have done these tutorials 100 times over. So I'm not going to physically do one for you because there's so many great ones out there. There's Laura Little X Love, Hello Melissa Sue, just to name a few that have great tutorials that show you step by step on how to modify the bottles. I just quickly wanted just to show you what I used. But I hope that answers some of you out there who asked me. I hope that kind of helps you out. And like I said, whatever choice you use to fill your bottles up, if as long as it makes you happy and it works for you, then do it. As far as real formula is concerned, I still use real formula every now and then for when I do my role playing. I don't use it on an everyday basis. That's just not possible. I don't buy formula. The formula that I had, I received in the mail, and it was a sample. I don't go out and purposely buy formula for my reborns, nor do I feed them every single day. It's strictly for when I make a video and I do role play. For those of you who are maybe new to my channel or new to the hobby, and are like, what the heck is all this, you know? I just kind of wanted to answer that for you guys. So, yep, I hope that helped, and thank you all for watching, and I will make a video coming up shortly, hopefully tomorrow. All right, bye guys, take care.